So I'm back from Gamescom, and I feel very, very lucky that I was able to try out Battlefield 4, and Gamescom was a lot of fun. I went there with 3 friends, and we had a really good time. We did not get to see everything because I was only able to be there for 1 day, and the lines were just so long to play the game, so I only stood in line to play Battlefield 4, and boy oh boy, it was worth it. It was absolutely worth it. I got to play Domination on Paracel Storm, the very new map that DICE showcased in that awesome little trailer. And it looked amazing. They really stepped up their game with Frostbite 3, especially the particle system was very impressive, as well as the lighting. I played the nighttime version of Paracel Storm, and I was very pleased to see that DICE made it actually look right this time. The blue tint is completely gone, and the flashlight is actually useful this time, I think, because the map did seem to have some very dark areas, although most of the map was lit up by all the fire. The way weapons fired felt very similar to Battlefield 3, although I did have the impression that they had a little bit less recoil. Now, I'm not going to pay any attention to that yet because the game is still in alpha and they're still trying to make adjustments to the weapon stats for the beta release, so yeah, I'm not going to discuss that right now. I'm not even going to bother talking about it. I also got a look at the classes and the way they're set up, and I saw something that caught my attention. There was a sniper rifle available in the engineer class, and that's really that's a really interesting way of balancing out the classes. My guess is it's probably one of the universal weapons that was available for that is available for all 4 classes. Although I'm not really sure. I didn't really check the other classes to see if the rifle was there as well. But I think that this is the case. Vaulting over objects also seemed to be a lot smoother and faster, but one of the best features of the new features that I enjoyed was the interaction with your environment. And I was able to open and close containers that were on the map, so I could open up a container door and it gave me cover. I could even lock an enemy up in one. It's just all part of their new fancy little Levolution concept, of which I was actually kind of skeptical at first, I have to admit, but now that I've seen it in action, it's definitely one of the best features in the game. The destruction in Battlefield 4 really has improved a lot. Debris was flying everywhere when RPGs took out chunks of walls, and it just looked a lot more polished in Battlefield 3. Like other structures, like wooden planks or fences, also had a lot more detail to their destruction. I could shoot at a precise area of a fence or a wall to get a visual on the enemy, but the rest of the structure still covered the rest of my body, so I wasn't that vulnerable. The sounds as well are drastically improved. The gun sounds way better than in Battlefield 3, and the ambient sound as well, especially the explosions. All the sounds had just that extra oomph to it. They sound threatening again, which I missed in Battlefield 3, especially when bullets hit concrete or when RPGs hit close by. It just pulls you into the action, and just overall the sound design is amazing in this game. Now, getting back to the graphics a little bit. The game looked absolutely gorgeous, and of course it was running on Ultra, and it looked a lot more polished than the alpha version that we saw at E3. This time all the textures were there, and just from looking at the visuals, it looked like the game was already finished, which tells me that the game is in the very late stages of the alpha. However, unfortunately, the game did not always run at 60 frames per second. Especially in areas where there was a lot of flames, where a lot of flames were being generated. This might mean that the flames could be CPU generated, although I'm not sure. This has not been confirmed or anything. That's just me speculating. So that was really surprising to me, especially because the PCs they used couldn't run the game at 60 frames per second. That was kind of a little shocker to me. And the PCs they had were all running with crossfire configurations. Now, I'm not sure if they were using 7970s like last time at E3. I wasn't able to recognize the cards, but my guess is they did went with the 7970s. Although again, I'm really not sure. They looked kind of, I don't know, it looked weird. Saw a lot of pipes coming out of the GPUs. Anyways, I hope they will fix this and optimize the game for the beta release. Being that they work with AMD, they probably will come out with some kind of beta driver when the beta actually launches. And speaking of the beta, I saw the Battlefield 4 beta in my Origin library when I came back from Gamescom. So my guess is the closed beta to premium members and others who pre-ordered the Battlefield 4 just like me, will have access to the beta quite soon. My guess, it might launch shortly after Gamescom, like maybe a week, so that's a little bit more than a week from now, I think. Yeah. But again, that's just me speculating, so don't take my word for it. Now, in other Battlefield 4 news, during the live stream, the executive producer of Battlefield 4, Mr. Patrick Bach, or Bosch, no, I think it's Bach, announced that there will be a gun range or practice mode for you to try out all the weapons and vehicles before you get into a multiplayer game, so you can practice with vehicles, with jets, choppers, all that good stuff. And I absolutely love that they finally implement this. This has been something that the community and myself have been waiting for a very long time. And this really does open a new door for like more in-depth analysis of weapons and vehicles. Even for competitive players, for all the competitive players among us, we'll be able to test out all their pro setups. Also for YouTubers like myself, who are going to be doing in-depth analysis of vehicles and weapons. This new practice mode will be very useful. I don't know if they will make a dedicated map for that, like actually build a gun range. I'm not really sure. I'm not even sure if this is going to be available on all the maps. All I know is that there will be some sort of practice mode implemented into Battlefield 4. And the latest little piece of Battlefield 4 news comes from Carl Gustafsson, who said that the Titan mode might be making its return in Battlefield 4. That's a game mode from a previous Battlefield game, Battlefield 20-something. I always forget the number. Damn it. Why? Why? Little fried brain. I'm sorry, I've had too much energy drinks today. Anyways, he said he would love to add this as DLC later along the way. And it's definitely on the list of ideas. And he also said that they don't actually know for sure yet what they will be releasing in all upcoming DLCs. So there's a big chance that Titan mode will be making its return to Battlefield 4. So if the community will push for Titan mode to come back, I'm sure this time DICE will listen and release it as DLC in the future. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you all got something from this and enjoyed it. And if you did, do not forget to like the video and share, because it really does help out the channel. And you will just make my day. You will make me a very happy man. There will also be a lot more Battlefield 4 coverage from me, so if you don't want to miss out on any of that good stuff, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm Dolce, and I'll see you in the next video.